The Industrial Revolution, which took place from the 18th and 19th century, was a period during which predominantly agrarian rural societies in Europe and America became industrial and urban. Prior to the Industrial Revolution, which began in Britain in the late 1700s, manufacturing was often done in people's homes, using hand tools or basic machines.
Industrialization marked a shift to power special-purpose machineries, factories, and mass production. The iron and textile industries, along with the development of the steam engine, played central roles in the Industrial Revolution, which also saw improved systems of transportation, communication, and baking.
While industrialization brought about an increased volume and variety of manufactured goods and an improved standard of living for some, it also resulted in grim employment and living conditions for the poor and working classes.
Long hours, irregular breaks, and labor-intensive work made the factory lifestyle difficult. Even children were used throughout the factories as workers.
The Industrial Revolution could not develop without coal and iron. Coal was needed to make steam engines run and to produce iron. As a result, the iron production increased, and by the early 1800s, enough iron was produced to make the goods that people needed, like machine frames, water pipes, and rails.
The first transcontinental railroad was built crossing the western half of America, and it was pieced together between 1863 and 1869. It was 1,776 miles long and served for the Atlantic and Pacific coasts of the United States to be connected by rail for the first time in history. Transcontinental railroads are important for the United States because of the reliable transportation. This new way of transporting goods replaced the wagon trains of previous decades, which became useless. This railroad helped unify the nation, eventually making it a superpower.
Oil was first found in 1859, soon replacing coal as an energy resource. It was used in a variety of ways, including a source of kerosene that was used to power lamps as opposed to whale oil that was previously used. Later on, it was used as fuel for the more modern gasoline car built in 1892, and also oiled machinery. All of these factors contributed to an oil industry boom during the Industrial Revolution that was the cause of such innovations used to present day, and created leeway for other later inventions. It also created an increase of jobs when big oil corporations had available factory working positions, which decreased the unemployment rate significantly.
Hi everybody, I'm Samuel Morse. I created a method for transferring information quickly between long distances, a single-wire telegraph. It worked by transferring electrical signals over a wire laid between two stations. It also created a code that was used when using the telegraph called Morse code. I sent out my first long-distance telegraph by saying, "What hath God wrought?"
Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Thomas Edison. I'm an American inventor and businessman. I have developed many devices that greatly influence life around the world, including the phonograph, the motion picture camera, and a long-lasting practical electric light bulb.
Top of the morning, my name is Henry Bessemer. I'm an English inventor who established a new, easier method of creating steel. This process was named the Bessemer process, in which cold air is blown onto red-hot iron to eliminate impurities by igniting carbon. My invention was a gateway to a simplified, more efficient way of producing steel, and more creations were constructed from it. I conjured this up from the desire to create a more affordable process of manufacturing steel.
Good morning. I am a Scottish inventor, engineer, and innovator named Mr. Alex Graham Bell. I was born in Scotland and later became a U.S. citizen. Since my ma and pa were both deaf, it motivated me to research things that were hearing and speech related, which led to my first greatest invention, the telephone. It allowed people around the world to communicate with each other in under a couple seconds. I later established the American Telephone and Telegraph Company in 1885, which became one of the biggest telephone companies in the world.